Hi everyone. I hope you are all doing well. I was planning on hopping on here for a couple of minutes and I had somebody who wanted to help me. So there are two of us here. So the reason I'm here is kind of in light of this COVID-19 pandemic, which has changed all of our lives in such a very short amount of time. And, there's so many reactions to this. And there's not on my face, child. There's so many reactions to this. There's people who think we're doing too much. There's people who think we're not doing enough. If you're like me, you're just trying to weigh through everything that's going on and take the information as it's coming and try to make good decisions for myself and my family. And then there's that added effect to all of this where a lot of us are trying to deal with big changes like changes with jobs or changes with a business if you own a business, kids being home from school for long periods of time. There's just a lot happening right now, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of things to figure out here. And I've been thinking about all of this. Can you see this huge mess behind me right here on this table? Right there?
We're painting.
We decided to use the time at home to do some painting. And here is all of the stuff from the kitchen sitting right behind me. I decided not to try to cover it up and pretend like this wasn't my life because it is. It's a mess. I haven't put on makeup today. Who really cares? It doesn't matter. But so I've been thinking a lot while painting the last couple of days, and just finally this morning, I think I came to a point where I decided that through all of this, and who knows what's going to come, I need something I can focus on through this and something to help stay positive. And I feel like I'm probably not the only one who's going to feel that way. Regardless of whether you're still working or you're at home now and whether you have kids at home all the time or not, I feel like that's probably something that a lot of people are going to need is, something to stay focused and how are we going to remain positive. And as soon as I had that realization, I thought, well, I know something that people can do at home with their families from the comfort of their home that, in my opinion, can really help with those two things. And I wanted to get on here and share. Normally, I hide in the privacy of my home and I don't really do a lot on social media, at least not on my personal page. But like I said, I feel like I have something to share that could maybe be helpful for people right now during this time at home. And thought I would hop on tonight and just kind of get the conversation started about it a little bit. So what this is a hobby that can be a way to use time at home, give you something to focus on. It's a lot of fun. It really can give you a lot of self-satisfaction from my experience and from other people I know. And not only that, the end result of the hobby, then you can use to show other people how much you care about them. And I feel like these are all things that we're going to need here while we're trying to maintain our social distance and not be with other people a lot. I see, baby. So what this is, if you haven't already figured it out, is the art of making handmade cards. And a lot of you probably know that I have been an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for about 6 years now, since right after this little one was born. And so Stampin' Up!, if you haven't heard of Stampin' Up!, is a paper crafting supply company. It was started here in the US by two women in one of their garages, and they became very passionate about selling rubber stamps, ink, and paper so that people, primarily women, but men make cards too, can use their creativity, make something beautiful, and then share it with someone they love. and this business that started, I should know this, I think it's like almost 30 years ago. Now I'm getting distracted because I don't really know how many years ago it is, and I should know that, but it's changed probably tens of thousands of women's lives. People who have discovered their love of card making, and then people like me who've signed up to represent the company and help share it with other people as well. So now I'm going to get distracted. During this time, we're supposed to be at home. There's only so much you can do at home. If I would highly encourage you to pick up some house projects. If you know, check off some of those things you've been wanting to do and just haven't found the motivation. That's what we're trying to do here a little bit. Oh, I wanted to show you. If you think this is a mess, let's see if I can pull this up. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this. This is what my kitchen looks like right now. Oh, we're painting the cabinets. After the cabinets are done, then we're going to paint the walls, but all the doors are off the cabinets. It's a giant mess, but hey, why not, right? So this hobby, card making, we're supposed to be at home. We're not supposed to be interacting with a lot of people. I'll tell you, when I sit down and make a card, I love it. It's relaxing. It's enjoyable. You get to use your creativity. If you feel like you're not a creative person, put that thought aside for right now, because I hear that from a lot of people. But you finish making a project and you look at it, and it is like an amazing feeling to look at something that you made and just be proud of, like, oh my gosh, I made that. And I think feelings like that are what we are all going to need here over the coming weeks, potentially months. And while I'm talking, I'm not going to share a whole lot tonight besides this, but I did want to share a couple of projects. So I'm talking about handmade cards, scrapbooking, other handmade treats, and all sorts of fun little things. So just to give you an idea, I'll show you a couple of cards that I have made. This one was very simple. That is really hard to see. It is just a piece of paper and then a little tag down here. This one is a marriage card. Maybe this one will show up better. Here's a little coffee card. You've got this, but first, this does say coffee down here if you can't read that. What else do we have here? Here's one with some, what are those called? Tulips. Those are tulips. I almost called them daffodils. And I wanted to get out my collection of cards that people have sent me. My birthday was last month, and I have a whole collection of handmade cards here that some of my wonderful crafting friends have sent to me. And they mean, I always keep these and keep them on display a lot of times. But then we do other things. We do little Easter treat baskets. This is really hard to see, unless it's coming across better for you than me. Here is a little Easter treat box that I made up not too long ago. I don't know if you can see those at all, but oh, this card was not mine. This card was Kelsey's. Excuse me. I was stand corrected by the small one. They were pretty much always right. So I just wanted to share this. I'm going to try to, I do have a business Facebook page that I can direct you to. If you're interested at all on this, send a comment, give me a thumbs up, ask a question. You can send me a personal message. But when we're going to be looking for things to do, you know, ways to stay positive, it's something that can be a really great way to spend your time. And then if you think of all the people who are going to be at home and needing human connection and needing to know that someone is thinking about them and cares about them, what better way than to send a card? So Like I said, if you have questions or interested at all, let me know one way or another. I have a Facebook page where I can direct you to. I also have a Facebook group, but I'm going to start sharing more here on my personal profile as well, because like I said, I really feel like this is something that can make this difficult time a little bit better for a lot of people. So thanks for joining in. I hope you are all well. I am sending out thoughts and prayers to everybody. It's a hard time, and like I said, we don't know what's going to happen here. So I'm saying a lot of prayers, thinking about everybody and how the situation affects everybody differently. And hopefully, I will hear from you some more when I start sharing some things. And like I said, just let me know if you're interested in anything. Have a good night, everybody.